Life with a cool season lawn going into summer. What could be better, right? This is where we separate the men from the boys. I'm specifically talking to my cool season friends, so Kentucky bluegrass, perennial ryegrass, turf type tall fescue, like what I have. June, July, and August, right? We call that I call it the fourth quarter. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a huge sports fan. I love football, basketball, all of it. You notice something about sports. Anytime the third quarter ends and they transition to the fourth quarter, what do all the players do? Players and coaches, like on the sidelines, they all hold up four fingers, right? Why are they doing that? Because they're signaling that we have entered the fourth quarter. Why is the fourth quarter so important in sports? And the fourth quarter for lawns is June, July, and August. And our lawns are no different. What you do now for the next 3 months is going to make or break your lawn. Every year, I have really one goal, and that is to try to get more of my grass to survive June, July, and August than I did last year. That is a tough goal. That's a tough ask because there's a lot of things that happen in cool season lawns that are out of our control. The weather, the bugs, hurricanes, rain, humidity, sunlight. But it's my job as a caretaker of this turf to try to do everything I can to get it to survive. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So my very first tip for you is to attack problems early. Now that problem could be weeds, it could be bugs, it could be fungus. Those are really the big three that we deal with in a cool season lawn, June, July, and August. All right, let's start with weeds. When it comes to how I approach weeds in the next 3 months, I kind of relax a little bit. The main reason is because it's the temperature. It's the stress on our turf. If I'm applying herbicides to the lawn, I have a really high risk of harming my lawn. But what's really important to know about weeds right now is that we want to get them while they're early. The biggest weed that we all deal with in the summer is crabgrass. Now, crabgrass is a prolific seeder, right? It loves to spread its seed, and it is a annual, so it's going to produce its seeds, and then next year, those are the plants that are going to come back the following year. But crabgrass is actually really easy to control if you get it while it's young. So don't let that plant get way out of control and start producing all these seed heads. Try to get it while it's young. I'm a huge fan of pulling weeds. I love doing it. I just got off work and I love grabbing a bucket, throwing on a pair of gloves, walking the lawn, and just hand pulling weeds. You don't have to always spray weeds, especially in the summertime, because with the temperatures, the humidity, the stress on our grass, an herbicide is only going to make that worse. Let's talk about bugs too. I guess in the summertime, you have to put up your antennas. You have to always be on alert and looking for things that don't seem right. Maybe a brown spot that pops up here, or a dead spot, or your grass is kind of turning a different color. And when it comes to bugs, one year, I guess it's been probably 4 or 5 seasons ago, my neighbor had some brown spots that were showing up in his lawn. Actually, my neighbor right over here. And it almost looked like it was creeping. The brown, the dead, was creeping across his lawn, which is really strange because typically that doesn't happen in nature. It doesn't have like a firm line as it was moving through. But come to find out, what it was armyworms. Well, immediately when I found out that he had armyworms, my antenna went off. I then started treating my lawn for armyworms, and I found out that I actually had armyworms over here in my front lawn. But I caught them early enough to where they weren't able to do damage. Matter of fact, what happened was I went to check the mail one day, and I saw maybe 1 or 2 armyworms actually crawling across the driveway. And so they were actually moving from his lawn into mine. They had almost killed, I don't know, 60% of his lawn, and they were making their way into my lawn. Now, I live on a golf course, and the armyworms are really bad on a golf course. They were just moving, again, from his lawn into mine. But the point in all of that is he lost 50 or 60% of his lawn because he didn't react in time. Just like we were talking about with weeds, you want to get them while they're early. Pest, bugs, could be armyworms, could be chinch bugs, could be whatever kind of bug, right? But you want to get it early. Don't wait. I talked about this last month in May. Our lawn is under a tremendous amount of stress. So any little thing, any little pest, a bug, we're going to talk about fungus here in just a second, can absolutely wipe out your lawn in a heartbeat. So it's the point number one here is that we want to catch things early. You know, we're not in our lawn quite as much as we were earlier in the year. It's hot, it's humid. We don't want to be out here anyway. We want to be inside where it's nice and cool and there's air conditioning and we're not dripping sweat. So we're actually spending less time outside. So it's harder for us to notice things, but it's really important that when you see things or you notice things that don't look right, get down on your hands and knees and inspect. And that's really, fungus is kind of our third big three. We had weeds, we talked about the bugs, and then fungus really becomes that third threat. And you want to catch fungus early. I guess if I could give you any advice about fungus, number one is make sure you properly identify the fungus. If you need help with that, join my private Facebook group. I'm not a turf pathologist by any stretch, but would certainly would love to have had help identifying fungus. That's probably the hardest thing when it comes to fungus, but you have to get it early, you have to identify it, and then you have to apply the product correctly, whether the fungicide correctly, so that it can cure that problem. But just like those armyworms, fungus can wipe out your lawn really, really quickly, especially if you get 3 or 4 days of rain. Depending on where you live, that fungus could really become an issue. Brown patch is a big issue around here. Gray leaf spot is another big one. Pythium blight, we don't usually typically see that until a bit later in the year, but deadly. I mean, they can annihilate your lawn. So that's tip number one. All right, so tip number two is the little things matter. You know, we were talking about how they hold up the fourth quarter. They hold up the 4 fingers for the fourth quarter. Why are they doing that? Because they're signaling that the things that we do in the fourth quarter matter. Just like in a football game, I'll use that analogy a lot. You know, if you want to get a holding penalty in the first quarter, you might be able to get that might be okay. It's not going to be detrimental to you. If you have a turnover in the first quarter, it's okay. But if you have a turnover in the fourth quarter, or you get a holding penalty, or you get an offsides, or something happens to you in the fourth quarter, it's a big deal. Well, in our lawns, the little things matter. The mowing correctly, the watering correctly, the feeding correctly, the fungicide schedule, how you're paying attention to the weather, all of those things matter now more than ever. So it's just really important that, you're doing those things correctly. Again, you may have been able to get away with that in March and April and maybe into May, or you might be able to get away with some of those things in the fall. Is it the end of the world if you break the 1/3 rule in the summertime? No, it's not the end of the world. But we don't want to make that a habit. We don't want to continually keep getting an offsides call in the fourth quarter. We don't want to continually keep, getting those turnovers in the fourth quarter, because eventually the piper's going to come, calling, and we're going to have to answer that. And it's going to make a big difference in the overall health and appearance of our lawn. So tip number 2 is to focus on the little things, because they matter big and they make huge impacts in the fourth quarter. And the last tip, so tip number 3 that I want to give you for my cool season friends in the summer, June, July, and August, is to just relax. Don't be so particular about everything. We talked about this in May. Your lawn doesn't like it, all right? It's stressful. The color is going to be off. You're not going to be able to mow like you want to. You're going to be dodging thunderstorms. You're not going to be enjoying the mow like you did before, and that's okay. Our cool season lawns aren't like, this isn't their time to shine. I talked about this in the last video. I mean, our warm season friends are pounding the fertilizer right now. They're off and running. Their lawns are shining. This is their time. This is not our time. So we need to relax a little bit. You know, if your edges aren't tight all the time, that's okay. If you're not edging around all of your trees all the time, every mow, which I'm not anyway, I'm not, you know, I leave my edges, I let them get a little overgrown. I let the lawn get a little overgrown before I mow it, and it's okay. It's actually better for the lawn not to be so manicured all the time and not be so particular all the time like we are in the spring or the fall. Our time is coming. Right now, what we are trying to do is just survive. Okay, we are in survival mode. We just want to get through the next 3 months with as much grass as we can get so that in the fall we can repair any damage. Hopefully we've done things correctly where we don't have that much to damage, but it's going to happen and it's going to be okay. See, we get the fall to try to correct and repair any damage. Our warm season friends don't get that. So we kind of have a little bit of advantage there. Just relax, understand that, you know, you don't have to have your high standards for color and, you know, how trimmed everything is. Your lawn is going to be just fine. Go enjoy your summer. Go enjoy the beach. Go enjoy the mountains. Go enjoy the lake. Your lawn is going to be fine. Again, this is a really crucial time for us. I hope you guys have a great summer. I'm going to do another video hopefully in July because kind of some things tweak a little bit from June. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a comment down below and let me know, hey, I like this kind of thing, or no, dude, I don't really care for this. I'd love to hear from you. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel too, and then hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.